Welcome back to the College Cinephile. My name is Ethan, and you are here for another review. I'm joined by Marcus for the new sci-fi drama from writer-director James Gray, Ad Astra. It stars Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones and is about an emotionally distant astronaut who embarks on a highly classified interstellar mission to find his father, who went missing somewhere around Neptune. Now, Marcus, did you like the movie?
I really enjoyed this movie. I had a lot of people in my theater that were like, they looked like they were getting bored and frustrated because this is a slow movie. This is a slow burn.
Over the past few years, we've had a lot of these kind of grown-up sci-fi movies, and it's not fair to compare this to something like Interstellar or The Martian or whatever, because this is 100% a movie that a majority of the audience is just not going to resonate with. They're not going to like it.
Yeah.
It's very serious. It's very slow. You're right, and it also isn't a very subtle movie in a weird way. I mean, it's a quiet movie, but it really hammers home its point. And I don't think that should be a slight against the movie. I really like its point, and I think it communicates it beautifully. But I can see where a lot of people might be like, okay, I don't really need the narration telling me this is what he feels in this moment.
Yeah.
But to me, it worked really well.
Yeah. For this movie, it kind of felt more of if it was a book before anything. Like, I immediately looked it up. Like, if Ad Astra was a movie, if it was a book, I don't think it was. It just felt so book-like. The voiceover sound like, like audiobook narration, and I was really just like, first of all, I really like that detail. I love voiceover just because it allows us to get into the head of the character when some people don't really read very nonverbal communication well. So I really like that they were able to establish an emotion and also portray it. Like Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones did great in this movie. And you could really see their emotion not only by their face, but also by their voice, which is nice.
Yeah. I think if you look at a movie like came out last year, First Man, it's a very similar role in the kind of emotionally distant astronaut. And a lot of people criticize Ryan Gosling's performance, even though I thought it was really great, because they didn't get that deeper level. And to me, the narration gives it that opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you, where I actually really liked how Ryan Gosling portrayed this distant person, because if you really think about it, in the core set of things, these people are like putting their lives on the line for pure exploration. This being fiction and First Man being somewhat nonfiction, a dramatized nonfiction. I feel like you're going to get that sort of, I could die in this situation and I have to accept that. So,
and kind of the theme of this movie, or one of the themes that it explores, is, are these people going out there with the intention of dying out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it more about trying to escape and be the one person in the middle of nowhere, more than finding something for science or to better society?
Yeah, exactly. And
it's a really bleak, sad movie.
If you really think about it, it is. But one of the things I really liked about it is going back to the acting. Like, Brad Pitt did amazing. Like, he did great. Yeah, like, it's weird seeing these superhero movies, these space movies where they're very intense. They're very, we gotta get to this ship and fire off these other ships. But this one's like pure like discovery, and Brad Pitt plays that off very well.
Well, it is definitely very discovery, but it does have elements that you might expect from a more sci-fi action movie. Like, there's a whole fight sequence on the moon.
Yeah.
That like any other movie would be like 20 minutes long and have like ridiculous CGI, but the way they do it in this movie is really grounded in matter of fact.
Yeah.
There's a lot of realism in the movie that I found interesting, even though it is this grand adventure to Neptune,
Yeah. Like, this movie feels like more or less like an Andy Weir book, like, The Martian or Artemis. But what was I gonna say? Also, it's also filmed like it's not in the not too distant future. Like, they have our technology, they have our spaceships, like, but they're just so tied down to like, we're able to do moon colonization, we're able to get to Neptune. What are y'all doing? Yeah, so I like how they jump on the fact that this is a civilization where they're like our own, but they're able to push towards exploration, where we're too busy fighting on Earth.
Yeah. it's for sure. Another great part of the movie is the cinematography.
Oh, yeah.
Hoytema did Interstellar and did this one as well, and he really captures those interstellar vistas in a really impressive way.
Yeah, I like how we're so like used to seeing space now. Like you tell me when I was a kid, yo, we've been to space, and I would have looked at you like, what it looked like, and they go, it's very black. Not a lot going on.
A lot of negative space.
A lot of negative space. But I like how we're able to look at it now, like the younger generation and the generation that we're going to produce. It's going to be so already set in stone what space is that they're just going to be like, yeah, like we can look at space, and this is a good movie that relatively shows them that. Like it's just amazing how cinematography has come so far, where we're able to show the wonders of the world so accurately to the human eye through a screen.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's a really good movie. I would recommend seeing it. I think it's very interesting. I liked it a lot. I think it's a very solid movie. But don't be afraid if you don't like it, because it's not for everybody. It definitely is an alienating movie that a lot of people just aren't going to connect with, and that's okay. But I would really recommend seeing it because it's one of the best of the year, and it has a lot of interesting things to say.
No, absolutely. Like, obviously, I feel like cinematography-wise, it's going to get something, like an award of some sort. But
absolutely.
Let's go into ratings, Ethan.
I would give it 5 out of 5. To me, it's a pretty near perfect movie.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. 5 out of 5 all the way. Cinematography holds its own. Acting holds its own. But once again, this is a very slow burn movie. If anybody goes into it expecting a space adventure, you're going to get it. It's just going to come to you slowly. Yeah.
Thank you for watching The College Cinephile.
If you like what we do here, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to show you how much you like us.
There are more videos on this channel that you can watch. I know it's a novel idea, but you can click them on the screen right now.
Right now. Like, they're right there. Why aren't you clicking them right now? But in all seriousness, thank you for joining us, and we will see you later, Internet.